60, a journey to defy age and reclaim vitality. Introduction, a new chapter awaits. Picture this, you're 65, standing at the edge of a new decade, and the world tells you it's time to slow down. The stairs feel steeper, the grocery bags heavier, and somewhere along the way, your body started to feel like a stranger. Society whispers that this is just getting old, a one-way ticket to frailty, weakness, and decline. But what if that story is a lie? What if, at 60, 70, or even 80, you could rewrite the script, reclaim your strength, and live with the vitality of someone decades younger? This isn't a pipe dream. It's a promise backed by science, grit, and a little-known secret weapon, your own body's untapped potential. The narrative that muscle growth stops after 60 is a myth that's kept too many Americans sidelined, resigned to a life of caution and limitation. But the truth is far more inspiring. Your muscles, those dynamic engines of power and resilience, don't have an expiration date. They're waiting, ready to respond to the right signals: resistance training, proper nutrition, and a powerful ally called creatine. This article isn't just about building muscle. It's about reclaiming your independence, defying the odds, and proving to yourself that age is just a number. Let's embark on a journey to unlock strength after 60, where every step forward is a victory, every lift a rebellion against decline, and every day a chance to live stronger, longer, and better. The myth of inevitable decline. In America, we're bombarded with images of aging that paint a grim picture: hunched shoulders, hesitant steps, and a body that betrays its owner. Sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass and strength, is real, stripping away about 1% of muscle each year after your late 20s and accelerating to 3% annually after 60. By 80, many have lost 30 to 50% of their peak muscle mass, turning simple tasks like climbing stairs or carrying a grandchild into daunting challenges. The stakes are high. Low muscle mass is linked to insulin resistance, frailty, falls, and even a higher risk of death. Grip strength, a simple handshake, can predict your odds of surviving a heart attack or living past 80. But here's the twist: sarcopenia isn't destiny. It's a trend, not a sentence. Your muscles aren't doomed to wither. They're dormant, waiting for a spark. The science is clear. Your body's machinery for muscle growth, from myofibrils to satellite cells, is still humming along, just quieter than it was at 25. The problem isn't age, it's neglect. We stop lifting, stop challenging ourselves, and let the couch become our default. We buy into the myth that frailty is inevitable, that our best days are behind us. But what if we told you that a 70-year-old who starts lifting weights today could double their strength in just months? That's not a fairy tale, it's physiology. Imagine a retired teacher in Ohio, Mary, who at 68 decided she was tired of struggling to carry her gardening tools. She started with light dumbbells, feeling awkward at first, but within 12 weeks, she was squatting her body weight and climbing her porch steps without a second thought. Or consider John, a 75-year-old veteran from Texas, who thought his days of strength were long gone until he joined a local gym and discovered he could press more than his grandson. These aren't outliers. They're proof that the human body remains a masterpiece of adaptability, ready to rebuild at any age. The magic of muscle hypertrophy. Let's dive into the science that makes this possible, because understanding it is like holding a map to buried treasure. Muscle hypertrophy, the process of growing stronger, bigger muscles, happens when you challenge your muscles with resistance, creating tiny tears in the fibers. These microtraumas sound scary, but they're the spark that ignites growth. Your body responds by activating satellite cells, firing up mTOR signaling pathways, and ramping up protein synthesis. Over time, with rest and the right fuel, your muscles rebuild stronger, thicker, and more resilient. Aging tweaks this process, but it doesn't break it. Older adults face anabolic resistance, a blunted response to exercise and protein that makes muscle building less efficient. Think of it like a radio signal that's a bit fuzzy. You need to turn up the volume to get a clear sound. That volume comes from consistent, challenging resistance training and a diet rich in protein. Studies show that men and women in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s can gain significant muscle mass and strength with the right approach. In one trial, 70-year-olds who trained 3 times a week for 12 weeks saw strength gains of 20 to 30%, rivaling what younger folks achieve. Why? Because their starting point was lower, making every gain a leap toward vitality. This isn't just about bigger biceps. Muscle is your body's unsung hero, a metabolic powerhouse that regulates blood sugar, fights inflammation, and keeps your hormones in check. It's an endocrine organ, pumping out myokines, tiny messengers like IL-6 and BDNF that reduce diabetes risk, sharpen your mind, and even protect your brain from decline. Every squat, every push-up sends a signal to your body. Stay strong, stay sharp, stay alive. Resistance training, your prescription for longevity. If muscle is medicine, resistance training is the prescription. Forget the idea that exercise for seniors means gentle walks or chair yoga. Those are fine, but they don't pack the punch needed to rebuild muscle. Resistance training is about pushing your body to adapt, whether with barbells, resistance bands, or your own body weight. It's about progressive overload, gradually increasing the challenge to keep your muscles growing. Picture a community center in Florida where a group of retirees meets twice a week to lift weights. They're not bodybuilders, they're grandparents, former accountants, and veterans, laughing as they cheer each other through sets of lunges and presses. After 16 weeks, they're not just stronger, they're walking faster, falling less, and feeling a spark of confidence they thought was lost forever. Research backs this up. A 2019 study found that older adults who trained regularly cut their fall risk by 40%, while another showed improved balance and gait speed, key to staying independent. The beauty of resistance training lies in its simplicity. You don't need a fancy gym or hours a day. 2 to 3 45-minute sessions a week, focusing on compound movements. Think squats, deadlifts, rows, and presses can transform your body. Start light, focus on form, and gradually add weight or reps. If you're new to this, a coach or structured program can guide you, ensuring safety and progress. The key is effort. The last few reps should feel tough but doable, like pushing through a headwind to reach the finish line. But it's not just about the gym. Resistance training builds a foundation for life's demands, what Dr. Peter calls the centenarian decathlon. These are the everyday victories. Hoisting a suitcase into an overhead bin, getting up from the floor without help, or carrying a toddler without strain. These aren't just exercises, they're declarations of independence. And the benefits ripple outward. Stronger muscles mean better balance, fewer injuries, and a sharper mind. Studies link resistance training to reduced depression, improved memory, and a confidence that makes you stand taller, both physically and emotionally. The unsung hero, creatine. Now, let's talk about a game changer that's been hiding in plain sight, creatine. For too long, creatine has been pegged as a supplement for young gym rats chasing bulging biceps. But it's time to rewrite that story. Creatine is a naturally occurring compound in your muscles, fueling ATP production, the energy that powers every lift, sprint, or leap. Your body makes about 1 gram a day, and you get some from red meat or fish, but supplementing with 3 to 5 grams of creatine monohydrate daily can supercharge your results. For older adults, creatine is a secret weapon against sarcopenia. It amplifies the effects of resistance training, helping you build more muscle and strength than training alone. A 2017 meta-analysis of over 20 studies found that older adults taking creatine saw greater gains in lean mass and strength, plus practical benefits like faster walking and easier chair rises. Imagine Sarah, a 72-year-old from California, who started creatine alongside her gym routine. 6 months later, she's not just stronger, she's hiking with her grandkids, something she thought was lost to her forever. But creatine's magic goes beyond muscle. Early research suggests it supports brain health, boosting memory and mental stamina, especially under stress. Your brain, like your muscles, craves energy, and creatine delivers. Worried about safety? Decades of studies show creatine is safe for healthy adults, with no harm to kidneys or liver at recommended doses. The myth of kidney damage comes from a misunderstanding of creatinine, a harmless byproduct of creatine use. Mild bloating may happen at first, but it fades, and choosing a third-party tested product ensures purity. Creatine isn't a miracle pill, it's a partner to your efforts. Pair it with training and a protein-rich diet, 1.6 to 2.0 grams per kilogram of body weight daily, and you're stacking the deck in your favor. It's affordable, effective, and a small daily habit that pays dividends for years. Nutrition and recovery, fueling the fire. Building muscle isn't just about lifting. It's about fueling and recovering. Protein is the cornerstone, and older adults need more to counter anabolic resistance. Aim for 1.6 to 2.0 grams per kilogram of body weight daily, spread across 3 to 4 meals. A 150-pound person needs about 110 to 135 grams of protein. Think eggs for breakfast, chicken at lunch, fish for dinner, and a protein shake as a snack. Sleep is just as crucial. Deep sleep triggers growth hormone and testosterone, which repair muscles. Chronic stress, on the other hand, spikes cortisol, sabotaging your gains. Supplements like omega-3s or leucine can help, but they're no substitute for the basics. Consistent training, ample protein, and rest. Think of your body as a garden. Resistance training is the seed, nutrition the water, and sleep the sunlight. Neglect any one, and growth stalls. The bigger picture, muscle as a lifeline. Muscle isn't just about strength, it's a lifeline. It's the largest organ for glucose disposal, keeping diabetes at bay. It's an endocrine powerhouse, releasing myokines that fight inflammation and protect your brain. It's a shield against falls, a buffer for recovery after illness, and a predictor of how long you'll live. Studies show that low grip strength doubles the risk of early death, while strong muscles cut hospital stays and improve cancer outcomes. Yet, our healthcare system often ignores muscle health. Doctors check your cholesterol or blood pressure, but rarely measure lean mass. We treat the fallout of frailty, falls, fractures, diabetes, when we could prevent it by building muscle. It's time to shift the paradigm, to see muscle not as a vanity project, but as the foundation of a vibrant life. Stories of transformation. Let's meet some real-life heroes who've rewritten their stories. There's Linda, a 69-year-old from Chicago, who started lifting after a fall scared her into action. A year later, she's deadlifting her body weight and teaching her Zumba class with newfound energy. Or Tom, a 77-year-old from Arizona, who thought his golf days were over until resistance training gave him the strength to swing again. These stories aren't rare. They're what happens when you say yes to your body's potential. Consider the ripple effects. Linda's not just stronger. She's inspiring her book club to hit the gym. Tom's back on the golf course, laughing with friends and feeling 20 years younger. Strength isn't just physical. It's a spark that lights up your life, your relationships, and your sense of possibility. Overcoming barriers, it's never too late. You might be thinking, this sounds great, but I'm too old to start. That's the biggest myth of all. The human body is plastic, adaptable, and hungry for challenge at any age. A 2020 study showed 80-year-olds gaining 15% muscle mass after 12 weeks of training. The ceiling may be lower than at 25, but it's light years above where most people are now. Fear of injury? Proper coaching and gradual progression make resistance training safer than inactivity. No gym, bodyweight exercises, or resistance bands work wonders at home. Too busy? 2 sessions a week can change your life. The only real barrier is the belief that it's too late. And that's a lie you can crush today. A call to action: start today. This isn't about chasing youth or sculpting a beach body. It's about carrying your groceries, playing with your grandkids, and walking through life with confidence. It's about saying no to frailty and yes to freedom. Start small. Pick up a pair of dumbbells, join a local class, or talk to a trainer. Add creatine to your morning routine. Load your plate with protein and prioritize sleep. Every rep, every bite, every restful night is an investment in a stronger, longer life. Imagine yourself at 80, not shuffling but striding. Not frail but fierce. Not dependent but unstoppable. That future starts now, one lift at a time. Muscle is medicine, and the prescription is yours to fill. Will you take it? Expanding the vision, a lifestyle of strength. To make this journey sustainable, let's build a roadmap. Start with a goal. Maybe it's climbing the stairs without panting or lifting your grandkid without strain. Find a community, local gyms, senior fitness classes, or even online groups, where support and camaraderie fuel your progress. Track your wins, no matter how small. An extra rep, a heavier weight, a faster walk. Celebrate them, because each one is a step toward a bigger, bolder life. Explore the mental side of strength. Resistance training isn't just physical. It's a meditation in motion, a chance to reconnect with your body and quiet the noise of doubt. Notice how lifting shifts your mood, sharpens your focus, and makes you feel alive. Pair it with mindfulness practices, deep breathing, gratitude journaling, to amplify the benefits. Think long-term. This isn't a 12-week fix, it's a lifestyle. Plan for rest days, mix up your workouts to keep them fun, and listen to your body to avoid burnout. As you grow stronger, challenge yourself with new skills, maybe yoga for flexibility or hiking for adventure. Your body is a canvas, and every workout paints a brighter future. The science in action, a deeper dive. Let's unpack the science further, because knowledge is power. Muscle fibers come in two main types: slow twitch, type 1, for endurance, and fast twitch, type 2, for power. Aging hits fast twitch fibers harder, which is why explosive movements like jumping or quick reactions decline. Resistance training, especially with heavier loads, targets these fibers, preserving your ability to move fast and stay balanced. Neuromuscular health is another key player. As we age, motor units, the nerves that control muscle fibers, degenerate, reducing our ability to recruit muscles effectively. Training with moderate to heavy weights strengthens this connection, improving coordination and reaction time. It's like tuning an engine to run smoother and faster. Mitochondrial function, the energy factories in your cells, also benefits. Strong muscles have more mitochondria, burning fuel more efficiently and fighting fatigue. This ties into metabolic health. Muscle acts as a sponge for glucose, soaking it up without spiking insulin, and helps regulate fats, keeping your heart and arteries healthy. Myokines deserve a spotlight too. These exercise hormones are released during muscle contractions, talking to your brain, liver, and immune system. IL-6, for instance, fights inflammation when triggered by exercise, unlike its harmful role in chronic disease. BDNF boosts brain plasticity, helping you learn and remember. Every workout is a conversation between your muscles and the rest of your body, shouting, "Keep going." Practical tips for success. Ready to start? Here's a blueprint. Find your why. Write down what strength means to you. Independence, adventure, family. Let it guide you. Start simple. Try bodyweight squats, push-ups against a wall, or light dumbbell rows. Aim for 2 to 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps, twice a week. Progress gradually. Add weight or reps every 1 to 2 weeks. If you're lifting 10 pounds comfortably, try 12 next time. Eat smart. Aim for 25 to 30 grams of protein per meal. Think grilled chicken, Greek yogurt, or a protein smoothie with berries. Try creatine. Mix 3 to 5 grams of creatine monohydrate into water or a shake daily. It's tasteless and easy. Rest well. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of sleep and manage stress with deep breathing or a walk in nature. Get support. Join a gym, hire a trainer, or find a workout buddy. Community makes it stick. The ripple effect. Strength for a better world. Your journey doesn't just change you, it inspires others. When you lift, you're not just building muscle, you're showing your kids, grandkids, and neighbors what's possible. You're challenging the stereotype of aging as decline and proving that vitality is ageless. In a country where healthcare costs soar and chronic diseases burden millions, your strength is a rebellion against a broken system, a step toward a healthier, happier America. Think of the bigger picture. Stronger seniors mean fewer falls, fewer hospital stays, and less strain on families and caregivers. It means more grandparents playing catch, more retirees hiking national parks, more communities thriving with energy. Your choice to train today could spark a movement, 1 rep at a time. Conclusion: the power is yours. At 60, 70, or beyond, you stand at a crossroads. One path leads to frailty, limitation, and a life half-lived. The other leads to strength, freedom, and a body that carries you through adventures yet to come. Resistance training and creatine aren't just tools. They're keys to unlocking a future where you're not just surviving, but thriving. This is your moment. Pick up that weight, take that first step, and claim the strength that's been waiting inside you. Muscle is more than tissue. It's your armor, your engine, your legacy. Age doesn't define you. Your choices do. So choose strength. Choose vitality. Choose life.